Hey guys, welcome to AFTERBUZZ TV. We're doing the after show for Modern Family, and I think it's gonna get a little silly. May involve some clown noses.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Is killing me.
Yes.
You gotta sing to it when you're...
We got the lyrics up there, so you could actually karaoke to this.
I didn't think this was a good song, though. I know this made Britney a huge star, but this is not her best song.
I was waiting for like the music video so we could do like the dance moves to it.
I know. Her little schoolgirl costume.
Yes.
Everyone wanted to be there for Halloween.
How old was she back then? Like 16 years old?
I don't even think she was. I think like
15.
15, yeah. Oh my gosh.
I remember like thinking like that was so young, but I guess there's always like super young stars like that.
I know, exactly. Well, guys, welcome to the after show for Modern Family. It is season 8, episode 15, Finding Fizb. We finally find that clown costume after you never thought he was going to get it back. It went to the volunteers. Mitchell got rid of it, and it came back again.
It never leaves. Poor Mitchell. It's back.
I know, man. I mean, I don't blame him. Like,
Yeah,
if I was
I don't
dating
blame him
someone that
either.
wanted to dress like a clown, I would be like, oh, honey,
Yeah, I think
not
that's
your
a
best
red
look.
flag. Yeah, no.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't have even started dating the person, to be honest. That's a good question. What would someone have to tell you for you to be like, no, I don't think it's a good idea if we date. We need to. What's a deal breaker for you?
Deal breaker is definitely a clown outfit for sure. But I have like so many like random deal breakers, like hunters. Like if you hunt, sorry, like I can't date you because I love animals.
Yeah, that's true. That's a huge one.
And I think that's a good one. What's yours?
It's kind of trashy too, a little bit. That was mean to me, but
sorry, hunters.
Sorry, all you hunters out there.
Do you have any red flags?
I got a lot.
Like,
I have a whole list of them, Jessie. But
any like one big one or like weird one?
The teeth. Like the mouth is a big thing because you're gonna be like making out, spending a lot of time in that area. Like it's gotta be good.
Yes. Of course.
So there was actually a lot going on in this episode between.
I know.
Let's see. Well, do you want to begin with? Let's begin with the bowling.
Yes.
And the whole clown costume.
And Britney Spears, you know, which is why we played the song. We had to.
I forgot all the other titles, but there were so many cute titles as far as the different bowling leagues and teams. But Cam, he finally finds his costume, and I love it how you see the clown hiding in the mirror, running around the corner. Was the clown like? I want to see the clown like maybe cause some crime or like. I don't know.
The clown was like super creepy. First off, like I'm creeped out by clowns as it is. So when I saw that weird mask that he was wearing, I was like, oh my God. Like when that video where Cam comes out the door and he's just like standing there, I was just like, okay, no, I can't deal with this clown. I would freak out.
Did you see the clown movie It?
Yes.
Yeah, isn't it? It's oh my God, it terrified me.
Literally, I still to this day, like if I'm in the gym by myself and I'm taking a shower, I think of the scene where it like pulls the drain open and he like comes up and he's like, hey, I literally think of that. And I also, when there's like a little sewer thing, I walk the hell around that.
It's bad. That's why I can't watch scary movies either. Like people make fun of me. I remember I was at a slumber party. I was like, I don't know, in elementary school, middle school, and we ended up. I think I made them stop the movie. Like I did not watch. We watched half of it. My eyes were closed most of the time, and I'm like, I'm not gonna do this anymore.
That movie is so scary. That movie ruined clowns for everybody for life.
But now some people like Cam, they love their clown costume.
Yeah.
And I was kind of surprised. I didn't think that it would be someone on their team or even someone that they were bowling with that was dressing like the clown.
You know, it's so funny because I think I watch so much like random TV that I don't even try to think about what it could be. I should have thought because like I had no idea who it was and I didn't even try to think of who it was.
Yeah. Yeah, where some people, they always got to guess, where sometimes I'm just too lazy to do that. I'm like,
well, that's basically where I'm at right now. Yeah.
I'm just going to find out who it is. Like, I don't need to think that hard.
I didn't even question. I was like, oh, it's a clown. He's scaring the shit out of people. Like, whatever.
Exactly. So they didn't get their trophy, all because that stupid, you know.
Have you ever done that where you, like, were on a team and, like, the people on the team annoyed you so much that you just had to, like, do something to lose?
No, I'm too big of a competitor to do that.
I have definitely done that.
Have you done that?
Oh,
When?
yes, because I was on the soccer team, and there was this rule in the league, which is a terrible rule, but you had to pass to a girl twice before a guy could score.
Real? Oh,
because they wanted to get
the girls involved.
Which they ended up doing away with that rule. It was a really stupid rule. But there was this kid on my team who was the biggest a-hole. I'm trying to cut down on the swearing. Yeah. And he would just always scream at me, and I'm like, this is for fun. Like, I've done my college soccer days. Like, I don't need you yelling at me.
Oh, this was after. So this is like
when I was an adult.
Fun
yeah,
league.
and he's like screaming at me. So he dribbled up the field, and I realized I was the only girl playing offense, and he wanted to score. So he's screaming at me, get open, get open, get open. So I take the defender on the other team, and I'm like, I just hold him in front of me. I'm like, stay with me. Like, I'm not accepting this pass from this kid, and we are losing this game, and I don't care. You can shoot and score. It doesn't count. Like, you're not passing me the ball. Sorry.
You went that far.
Oh, he was so mad.
My gosh. I would have thrown you off the team. That would have been your, like, last game. That's it. You are done.
They couldn't. They needed to pass me the ball. It was great.
Wow. Oh, wow,
he was so
Jessie.
mad.
I just found a different side of you.
Don't play rec soccer with me.
Okay. No, I am not going to do that. That's for sure. And then, so then we have Manny, who wrote a play and is having the whole family, all the women in the family. He's, like I said, he has a weird thing with the girls in this family.
For sure. Yeah.
Playing the parts, and Claire, of course, kind of needs her wine, the alcohol. Like, everyone was kind of typecast there a little bit.
They were. It was so funny. And
when they were doing their lines, it was almost like they were singing, especially Gloria. She was singing her lines.
Yeah.
Clara kind of was. And, we still kind of don't really know what it was about, to be honest with you. It was
I have no idea what it was about, yeah.
We missed half of it.
But it was just so funny how the parts that he wrote connected so well with the characters, or, I mean, with, the characters on the show. Gloria is so funny. Like, the way she, tried to dramatize the whole thing. Poor Gloria, she was trying.
I know. At least she was the only one actually trying, which
exactly.
I like. And Haley, she had like a new haircut going or something. It was cut different, and the color, I thought it looked good. I liked it.
Well, and you remember when I told you I thought that Claire's hair was not that color? It was the TV screen. Now I'm thinking it is that color. I think it is. I love it though. Whatever, if that's the TV coloring or if that's Claire's hair, it looks reddish to us, like almost pinkish to us.
Yeah, pinkish. Yeah,
and I love it.
Maybe in real life it is like redder, but on TV it makes it look
I don't know, but
pinkish,
it looks cute. I like it.
I wish you gotta let us know. I wish someone would let us know for sure. And then Alex, so we all yelled. I was so excited.
I know. As soon as she said that, I was like, it better be Ben.
Yeah, she is still with Ben. She has a boyfriend. And
but then I was like disappointed we didn't get to see more of it. So I hope in the coming episodes maybe that will be my prediction.
I was just happy that they were keeping this going a little bit.
Yeah.
And man, I've been hurt a little bit, so it bothers me to see her, like, she can't go a second without texting her boyfriend, like, the obsessive ways that people get when they're in new relationships.
Yeah.
Now, like, because I just went through a breakup, it's really annoying to me. I'm like, if you can't go, like, one night without, like, texting your boyfriend nonstop, then you need to, like, take a chill pill. Like, this is moving too fast here.
Yes. And I just feel like it's so not Alex, though. Like, she's supposed to be, like, smart and independent.
Exactly.
But who knows?
Well, she needs to have a little fun sometimes, I guess.
Exactly.
So I'm for it. Alex doesn't have a boyfriend that often, so when she does, let her have fun, I guess, and do her thing. But I was just getting annoyed. I'm like, Alex, stop. You don't have to run to the kitchen every 2 seconds to text him. Just stop it,
Yeah.
And then we have the bachelor party in Vegas.
Oh my gosh.
Not much of a bachelor party. Pretty disappointing.
Yes. It's so Phil. Like, I love Phil so much, and they picked the perfect actor to play his dad because I love him too. They're so funny together.
They're very similar. You could see how Phil would come from him. That's for sure.
Yes, for sure.
And then I don't know. It kind of reminded me. Have you ever been invited to a party and it's supposed to be this big, crazy, wild party, and then you're like, oh, it's just like 4 people, and we're just in the room, like nothing exciting's going on.
Oh yeah, definitely. How about you?
Yeah, I've definitely done that. I try to, like, wait and go to parties late, and I'll even call people that are there, and I'll be like, so, like, tell me what's going on. Like, is it exciting? Is there... So when I throw parties, I go all out because I'm so worried of like it being boring or people not having fun. So I mean, I have like wrestling going on, like a pool of like oil with people wrestling, and I have strippers, and I go all out for parties just because I'm so afraid of it being boring. I want to keep everyone there all night. But then Phil did have some, I guess, female talent, but it kind of reminded me of like the Golden Girls.
Oh my god, it reminded me of the Golden Girls too.
It honestly looked like B. Arthur. It looked like all of them. Like I was like, is this supposed to like resemble the Golden Girls? Because
oh my god, it's so funny you said that because that's exactly what it reminded me of.
I was like Golden Girls, and I like circled it.
That's so funny.
And then the shirts too. What did they say on the shirts? Let me be frank. And then having like the stack of hot dogs there. It was pretty.
Well, and Phil has a brother.
Yes, he's always wanted a brother his whole life.
I know.
He has one now, and I was not liking the brother whatsoever.
I do not like the brother either.
I do like the fact that he wanted to like liven up the party and have fun, but why wouldn't they just be like, Phil, come down with us? Like, I would be so mad if they went down and left me in the room all night.
Right.
I'm
trying to decide if I would be, because like I know Phil would definitely be upset, but like I'm like I think sometimes I might be upset, and other times I might be like, I don't want to do that anyway, so I'm just gonna sit here and play Uno.
But I would at least want them to tell me. You would be fine with them just like going down and not telling you?
Yeah, it depends on. I guess it depends on who it is. But I guess he wanted to hang out with his dad.
Yeah, and I was trying to figure out too if the dad wanted more of the exciting party.
That's what I was trying to figure out.
I really couldn't figure it out, to be honest.
Because then he said he waited 79 years to see that. Is it a magician?
I don't know who it is.
I don't know who it is either. But
Neil someone.
Yeah, not Neil Diamond.
No.
So I couldn't tell. I was the same way. I didn't know if he wanted to go with Phil or if he wanted to go with Ray and Jay.
Oh yeah, they were. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't know because I was like, oh, maybe he just doesn't want to disappoint Phil saying that. Yeah. But he kind of seemed like excited to go down and have fun, so I think that's what he wanted to do.
Why didn't Luke go to the party?
Oh my God, Luke, wasn't even in the episode. He should have been there. Now, he might have made it, although maybe because he still is too young. He's not 21 yet.
Oh, that's true. You're right.
They wouldn't have been able to go down. Well, they were just staying in the room anyway, so they could have done that. Damn. And then little Joe wasn't in the episode either.
I know.
But Lily was, it's like they rotate the kids. Lily was back in this week, though.
Right.
And I liked Lily in this episode. I thought she was funny. She kind of was back to her old self with like her, little digs and her lines there.
Exactly.
Like, where was I when you guys were having the conflict? So it was really, cute to see that and see that back again. And then I was wondering, is it hard for you? Are there certain people where it's hard for you to say I love you to them or vice versa?
Not really. I mean, my family's always said that all the time, so I just feel it first off, like I love everyone and everything, so I think I like overuse the word. How about you?
Yeah, I don't have issues. I mean, for the most part, I'll tell everyone.
Yeah.
Now, if they're kind of funny, if it's the other person who hasn't said it first, then sometimes I think I feel weird saying it, but as long as they're an open person, like I tell everyone I love you.
Yeah.
Except it's funny because my brother is like my best friend.
Yeah.
And he never says that he really loves me though. Maybe he said it once or twice like my whole life. And I called him out on it actually like a week or two ago. And I'm like, why don't you ever say that you love me? We're hanging up the phone. You're 3,000 miles away, And he was like, okay. And so he said it a few times, like, and then I think it kind of died out. I don't think we say it anymore on the phone.
So
but
is he like Claire then? Is he like really like? I don't really know how to describe.
He's
Claire.
in the arts though, and he's into like emotions, and he's definitely not like this guy that's too afraid to show a little emotion. But then again, I guess maybe he is because he can't even tell his sister that he loves
maybe
me.
That's a manly thing. I don't know. But Claire is so funny. Yeah. She can't even write love on a card.
I know. That even do like the heart. Like sometimes if I don't want to write out the word, I'm like, oh, I can do the heart because it's like kind of in the middle there a little bit. So.
Oh my gosh.
Oh man.
So that was such a funny scene between Gloria and Claire because I never knew that all of that was going on between them.
And you're really seeing the last few episodes, seeing how kind of insecure Gloria is about the relationship.
Yeah.
Because this time, like, Claire, why don't you say I love you? The episode before, it was Claire's birthday. She's trying to,
so funny.
do nice things. And Claire, never does anything nice for her birthday in return.
Right.
And do you think that Claire kind of resents Gloria in some way for being a younger stepmom, or?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, like, that is so hard. I mean, like, that's technically, that's her stepmom, which is so weird. Yeah. But it's so funny because throughout every season, like, Claire's so good about just making it seem like it's somewhat normal. Because I feel like I would be like, what the hell? Like, I would be pissed, but I don't know.
I'd be like, Dad, you're a perv for being with a girl so young. Like, she's just after your money.
Yeah.
And I think for the longest time they thought that she was just after his money.
Right.
And I think they do feel, and I think she really does love Jay.
Yeah.
Well, as much as she can love him.
Yeah, I know. I totally agree. I think she does too. And I think, there's probably some type of resentment there with Claire, but I really think Claire loves Gloria too.
I mean, she just can't show it. She just has trouble with it.
Well, I don't know if it's just like the type of person Claire is, or I don't know.
I never thought of her though until they really pointed it out. I never thought of Claire as like this cold person though. I felt like she's loving with her kids, and Phil will go a little bit further as far as surprises, but I still feel like she's a loving person, and so I felt like they were kind of picking on her a little.
I feel like she's a little cold.
Is she kind of cold?
Not like in a bad way. Like I think she's hilarious. Like I love her. But yeah, I definitely think she's like colder, because like typically I feel like, and this is totally stereotyping, but like moms are like more emotional and like loving, and well, I mean that's how my mom was, but maybe not everybody's mom is like that. But the dad is more, I guess less emotional, but here, like, Phil is super emotional, and Claire's just like, whatever, you know?
Yeah, I guess you're right. I guess because I feel like I see Claire's heart, but you're right. She definitely is more standoffish and colder.
Yeah, it's not in a bad
Phil,
way, I don't
sure.
think, but, she's like a strong woman. She's a boss, and she's busy, and she works, and
Oh, and we have to talk about the fight too between brother and stepbrother. Phil and his stepbrother.
Oh my god, it was so funny.
I don't even know what they were doing. He was pulling his hood over his face, and they were kind of rolling around on the floor a little bit, and
he's like, I wanted a brother when I was 10, not a 10-year-old brother.
They were fighting like they were kids. So.
I know, it was so funny because like Phil had this dream of like his brother, and he was so happy to have a brother, and all this backstory about how he wished he had a brother, and then he gets one, and they're just like fighting all the time.
I wanted them to let the fight go on longer though. I thought they ended it too soon. I wanted to see how long it could go and what else they could do.
I was so disappointed that they didn't get along, because I was like, oh, like I love Phil, so I wanted Phil to have this great brother, but like also like I feel like brothers are not that hard to get along with. But maybe two brothers. I don't have two brothers in my family. I just have one, and he's super easy to get along with. But maybe two brothers do fight often.
They do. They feel like they gotta steal their dad's or their parents' attention. Where I think a brother and a sister, it's easy. Much easier to get along.
Yeah, definitely. So it was so funny to see that fight between those two.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
So we have to get into predictions.
Yes, predictions.
And now your AFTERBUZZ TV predictions.
Okay, so I'm wearing these glasses, and I can see into next week. That's how strong these things are. So I'm seeing some of Alex and Ben. I hope we get to see more of that. And I almost wonder, like, this is what I honestly hope happens, is we see Alex and Ben together, and Claire somehow catches them and like freaks out.
And in the office too, that would be great.
God,
like they're hooking up in the office.
So that's like my dream scenario, because I just wonder how that would go down. Because my thing is, like, I think she would freak out about it, but then at the same time, would she be like, oh, Alex has a boyfriend, so like I'm happy. So like I think she'll be like torn whether or not she wants this to happen. So that's what I'm predicting. How about you?
I hope that's right. I really want to see that. As much as I think it would be kind of funny to have Phil's new stepbrother in another episode, I think he's done. I don't think they're going to have him.
I don't like him.
In any more episodes. I predict Joe will be back because I want to see
We need to see Joe. I know. He's so
adorable.
Cute.
And I don't know. I feel like it could go anywhere. There wasn't like a lot that happened where we're like, oh, I can't wait until next week to see. I want to see Cam back in his clown costume next week. Like, he's so excited that he got it back.
Oh my God.
That he's back in it again.
He like won't take it off.
I know, he's too afraid to lose it this time around. And
oh my gosh.
And maybe he'll annoy Mitch even more with that.
Yes.
And then Haley too. I do want to see if Raynor's going to come back next week.
Yeah, I am curious about that also.
Let's maybe just either end it or like have it one more funny episode with them. I kind of want to see what's going to go on with that, because I feel like it's dragging on that a little bit. And then they
we
talk
have no
about
idea.
Here and there. Yeah, we don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
He's too old. I would like to see kind of him and Phil get at it again too.
That was so funny. I know.
Because at first, like, Phil had a big problem with him, and then all of a sudden it was like, oh, no big deal that you're so many years older than Haley and this and that. And
they were like boys then. Mm-hmm. But
exactly.
Gosh.
Yeah. Well, that is gonna do it for Modern Family this week.
Really good episode.
Mm-hmm, it was not as funny as last week,
I know,
but
last
was
week
funny.
was the best of the season, I think.
It was. It really was the best of the season. So if you didn't watch last week, go back and watch last week. I am Nikki Preston, and you can find me all over social media at Nikki Preston TV.
And I'm Jessie Zahner. You can find me all over social media at Athletic. See you guys next week.
Have a good night.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.